Okay, now let us solve question number 9. Okay, question number 9 says, name the type of quadrilateral formed, if any, by the following points and give reasons for your answer. Okay, so this question contains 3 subparts, and in all the subparts what we need to do, we need to identify that which type of quadrilateral, which type of figure exactly these 4 points are forming. Okay, and we need to give the reasons that why the figure what we have suggested is according to our suggestion. That is, for example, if it forms a square, so we need to give suggestion that why it is a square. You can't do it like that, you take a graph paper and plot all the points and join all the points. Okay, you can't do that. What you need to do, you need to justify your answer, okay, without using the graph paper, without plotting them actually on the graph paper. Okay, so let us solve question number 9. Question number 9. The first part of question number 9 is, we have 4 points. One is -1 comma -2, second one is 1 comma 0, third one is -1 comma 2, fourth one is -3 comma 0. So these are the 4 points that we have. Let us name them as A, B, C and D. Let us name them as A, B, C and D. So now it is not given in this question that it forms a quadrilateral, it forms a triangle or it forms a straight line. It is nothing is given for these points. Whatever the deduction, whatever the result is, we need to deduce. Okay, what we need to do is, these are the 4 points, we don't know which kind of figure they are forming. Is it a quadrilateral, is it a triangle, is it a straight line or anything else? We don't know this. So what we need to do, we need to deduce whatever the figure they are forming. Just go through the question number that we have solved previously, that is the question number 6. In question number 6 it is clearly given that the 4 points -1, 4, 2, -1, -1, -4, 4 are the vertices of a square. We need to prove this, that they are the vertices of square. It means maybe it is given that it forms a quadrilateral, but we don't know whether this quadrilateral is a square or anything else. Okay, but in this case it is given that these are the 4 points and nothing else is given. We need to deduce each and everything. So what logic, what approach we will going to apply for deduction, for forming the result from these 4 points. Okay, what we will going to do is, again the same condition, again the same methodology that we have applied in the 6th question, that is, we have calculated the distance between all these points. So we have 4 points, so we are going to have 6 distances, that is AB, BC, CD, AD, AC and BD. These are the 6 distances that we can have from these 4 points. So what we are going to do, we will simply calculate all these distances and based on their values we will going to deduce whatever the result may be. Okay, we will going to analyze the distances between these points. Okay, so don't get confused, don't get diverted from the part that how to solve this question, because nothing is given, only the 4 points are given. So just simply calculate all these distances first, then we will interpret what exactly these distances trying to say. Okay, so let us calculate the length of AB. Okay, distance AB is equals to square root of, this is A and B, so it will be x1 y1, it will be x2 y2. So x2 minus x1 will give you 2 square. Okay, 1 minus of -1 plus x2 y2 is 0, minus of -2 will give you 2 square. Okay, so AB will be equals to what? It will be square root of 4 plus 4, that is AB is equals to root 8 units. So the length of AB is root 8 units. So we have calculated the length of AB. Now let us calculate BC. The length of BC will be equals to square root of Now in case of BC, we will have this x1 y1 and x2 y2. So x1 minus x2 minus x1, minus 1 will give you minus 2 whole square, okay, plus 2, this is y2 minus y1, so 2 minus 0, that is again 2 whole square. So 2 square is 4 and 2 square is 4, it will give you square root of 4 plus 4 and it will give you root 8. This is BC, which is equals to root 8 units. This is the length of BC. Now let us calculate another. So this is BC. Let us calculate CD. The length of CD will be equals to square root of, in CD this will be x1 y1 and this will be x2 y2. So x2 minus x1, that is minus 3, minus of minus 1 will become plus 1. So minus 3 plus 1 will give you minus 2 whole square, plus in the bracket 0 minus 2 will give you minus 2 whole square. So this will become square root of 4 plus 4 and the length of CD will become square root of 8 units. This is the length of CD. So we have calculated CD. Let us calculate AD. The length of AD will become square root of, now in this case AD, A will be x1 y1 and D will be x2 y2. So x2 minus x1. So minus 3 minus of minus 1 will again become plus 1. So minus 3 plus 1 will give you minus 2. So in bracket we will going to have minus 2 whole square, okay, plus in the bracket it will be 0 minus of minus 2 will give you plus 2. So plus 2 whole square. Now further solving it, it will give you square root of 4 plus 4 and the length of AD will be equals to square root of 4 unit, square root of 8 units. Okay, so we have only deduced the 4 distances AB, BC, CD and DA, and we have a simple conclusion that all these distances are equal. If all these distances are equal, then what is our conclusion? Our conclusion is that this figure, these points form a figure which is a quadrilateral, okay, which is definitely a quadrilateral. And one more thing, that is it form a special kind of quadrilateral, that is a rhombus, because in a rhombus we have all the sides equal. So all the sides are equal, you can see all the edges of this quadrilateral are equal. Now if just now we have just proved that it forms a rhombus, nothing else. But there is one more special case. If this is a rhombus, it may also be a square, it may also be a square. It is possible that it can form a square. So what is the condition for it to form a square? That one angle, at least one angle should be equal to 90 degree. So what condition we will going to apply? Let us see that we have calculated all these 4 distances. So our figure must look something like this. Okay, it may be something like this. It may be a rhombus, a tilted one, or a square. So AC will definitely be the diagonal and BD will definitely be the diagonal of this quadrilateral. What is the length of AC? Can we calculate the length of AC? Yes, it's very easy to calculate the length of AC. The length of AC will be equals to square root of, in this case this is x1 y1 and this is x2 y2. So x2 minus x1. So minus 1 minus of minus 1 will give you plus 1, that is 0. So यहाँ पर आ जाएगा 0 square. Then y2 minus y1, y2 is 2, y1 is minus 2. So 2 minus of minus 2 will give you plus 2. So it will give you plus 2 plus 2 is 4, that is 16. Okay, 4 square, that is 16. So the length of AC will be equals to square root of 16 units. This is the length of AC. Okay, this is the diagonal AC. Now, if it is a square, then definitely this triangle should be a right angle triangle, and if it is a right angle triangle, then it should follow Pythagoras theorem. So let us try to check, let us verify that whether Pythagoras theorem is applicable or not. So if Pythagoras theorem is true, so in this triangle ABC, this angle should be 90 degree. Okay. If I want to prove this angle equal to 90 degree, then this triangle should follow Pythagoras theorem, and this AC should be hypotenuse, this BC will be perpendicular, and AB will be base. So by Pythagoras theorem I can write AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Okay, AB square plus BC square. So AC square means square of AC, that will give you 16, is equals to square of AB. What is AB? It is 8, square root of 8. So square of AB will give you 8, and this square of BC will give you 8. So you can see this is 16 and this is also 16, that is we have the condition LHS is equals to RHS. If LHS and RHS are equal, then definitely this triangle follow Pythagoras theorem, and if it follow Pythagoras theorem, this angle has to be 90 degree. If this angle is 90, all the other angles will automatically become 90, and this figure will form a square. Okay. So I can very easily say that these 4 points form a square. So the correct answer for this question is square. Okay, this 4 points are forming a square. So in this way we need to solve the first part of question number 9. Let us solve the second part. Let us try to solve the second part. Okay, so the second part of question number 9 is, the 4 points are minus 3, 5. So let us name them. A minus 3, 5, then B 3, 1, then C 0, 3, and then D minus 1, minus 4. These are the 4 points. And again what we will going to do? We will going to follow the same process. In this process you can see we have calculated up to AC. We haven't calculated BD, because AC calculate करने के बाद हमारा conclusion आ गया, हमें directly result मिल गया, इसीलिए हम BD को calculate नहीं कर रहे. Okay? अगर हमें कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं मिलता, देन हम BD को भी कैलकुलेट करते और फिर कुछ रिजल्ट निकालने की कोशिश करते. बट यहाँ पर सिर्फ इन 5 डिस्टेंसेस को कैलकुलेट करके हमें आंसर मिल रहा है, इसीलिए BD को हम कैलकुलेट नहीं करेंगे. ओके, सो इन दिस केस ऑल्सो वी विल गोइंग टू फॉलो द सेम प्रोसेस. तो हम फिर से यहाँ पर AB, BC, CD, DA, AC और BD का लेंथ निकालेंगे. लेट अस फर्स्ट कैलकुलेट द लेंथ ऑफ AB. AB is equals to square of AB means x1 y1 x2 y2. So x2 minus x1, 3 minus of minus 3 will give you 6 square, plus 1 minus 5 will give you minus 4 square. So this is what, this is basically square of 6 6 36. So this is 36 and this is 16. What is 36 plus 16? Add 20 to 36, it will give you 56, and subtract 4, so it will give you 52. So this will give you square root of 52. This is AB. Similarly, let us calculate BC. The length of BC will be, this is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So x2 minus x1 will give you minus 3 square, plus 3 minus 1, y2 minus y1 will give you 2 square. So this will give you square root of 9 plus 4, which is equals to root of 13. Okay, square root 13. Now similarly, let us calculate CD. The length of CD will be square root of x1 y1 x2 y2. So x2 minus x1 will give you minus 1 square, plus y2 minus y1 will give you minus 7 square. So this will give you square root of 1 plus 7 sevens are 49 and it is equals to root 50. Okay, square root of 50. Now similarly AD, the length of AD will be, this will be x1 y1 x2 y2. So x2 minus x1, so minus 1 minus of minus 3 will become plus 3, that will be minus 1 plus 3 is 2, so it will be 2 square plus y2 minus y1, so minus 4 minus 5 will give you minus 9 whole square. This is equals to 2 square is 4 plus 9 square is 81 and it will give you root 85. Okay, this will give you root 85. Similarly, let us calculate AC. Now, by calculating these four sides, these four lengths, we haven't deduced any result. Okay, हमारे पास कोई result नहीं आ रहा, सिर्फ ये दिख रहा है कि चारों साइड्स, चारों लेंथ्स अलग अलग वैल्यूज की हैं. ओके, सबकी वैल्यूज अलग अलग हैं, तो अभी कोई रिजल्ट डिड्यूस नहीं हुआ. तो अगर रिजल्ट डिड्यूस नहीं हुआ तो हम AC और BD को भी कैलकुलेट करते हैं. सो AC का लेंथ अगर निकालना है, व्हाट इज द लेंथ ऑफ AC? AC विल बी स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ, दिस विल बी x1 y1 x2 y2, x2 minus x1 will give you 3 square plus y2 minus y1 will give you minus 2 square. So this is square of 9 plus 4, that is square root of 13. Okay, and then BD, the length of BD, the length of BD will be x1 y1 x2 y2. So x2 minus x1 minus 1 minus 3 will give you minus 4 whole square plus minus 4 minus 1 will give you minus 5 whole square. This will be equals to square root of 4 square is 16 and this 5 square is 25. So just add this 16 and 25. How to add 16 25? Again, first add 20 to 25. So it will become 45 and subtract 4. So it will become 41. So it will give you square root of 41. Okay. Now observe it very carefully. We haven't deduced any result, any conclusion from all these 6 distances. अभी तक कोई खास conclusion नहीं निकला है. लेकिन जब हम इन distances को observe करें, जब हम इनको बड़े ध्यान से observe करें, you will find कि जो AB लिखा हुआ है, this AB which is equals to square root of 52 is basically square root of 2 into 2 into 13. AB जो length है, it is basically square root of 52 which is 2 into 2 into 13. Now this 2 into 2 into 13 में से एक 2 का पेयर बाहर आ जाएगा and it will become 2 root 13 units. Okay, it will be 2 root 13. Just observe this, if AB is 2 root 13 and if I add BC and AC, you can see BC plus AC, BC is root 13 and AC is again root 13. So when you add AC and BC, it will give you root 13 plus root 13, that is 2 times of root 13. Now just observe it very carefully and try to determine the conclusion. What we have got? We have seen that C point is in between A and B. C point कहाँ है? A और B के बिल्कुल बीच में है. It is the midpoint of A and C. Why? Because this is AB. Okay, this is AB and this total length is 2 root 13. So C point should be in between. This is C point. Why? Because AC is, this AC length is root 13 and this BC length is also root 13. That's why C point lies in between AB, and since C point lies exactly in the mid of AB, then A, B and C, or A, C and B are collinear points. So if these 3 points are collinear, सो डू दे फॉर्म अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल, क्या ये क्वाड्रिलेटरल फॉर्म कर सकते हैं अगर 3 पॉइंट्स कोलिनियर है तो? नो. फॉर बीइंग अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल these 4 points cannot be collinear. Okay, any 2 points are collinear. For example, AB collinear है, AC collinear है, AD collinear है, BD collinear है, CD collinear है, लेकिन A, C और B तीनों collinear हो गए. इसका मतलब these 4 points cannot form a quadrilateral, and if these are not this figure is not a quadrilateral, then it can't be a square or a rectangle or a rhombus or anything. So in this question it says name the type of quadrilateral form if any. Okay, so there is a condition if any. If any means अगर quadrilateral बन रहा है तो उसका नाम बताना है, अगर quadrilateral नहीं बन रहा तो just simply write that quadrilateral is not formed. And what is the reason why quadrilateral is not forming here? Because A, C and B are collinear points. Okay, so answer is no quadrilateral. No quadrilateral is formed because A, C, B are collinear. These 4 points are, these 3 points are collinear, hence no quadrilateral can be formed. Okay, so this is the second part of question number 9. First और second part हमने discuss कर लिया है. So first इसे note कर लीजिए, then हम third part को discuss करते हैं.